The man gave his female coworker a pat on the butt. To his surprise, she didn't get mad at all. Instead, she wore a look like she wanted more. Jack was feeling pretty pleased with himself when, out of nowhere, the boss saw the whole thing. To punish Jack for his sleazy move, he stuck him with overtime that night. By the time Jack finally wrapped up his overtime and was ready to head home, he stumbled upon a horrifying scene. His coworker being killed by a stranger. Witnessing this, he cowered behind a wall, shaking like a leaf. It wasn't until the killer dragged the body away that he found a chance to duck into the bathroom. But there, he made another chilling discovery: the security guard on patrol had also been murdered. Just then, faint footsteps echoed from outside. Jack quickly shut the bathroom stall door, hopped up on the toilet, and leaned down. Soon enough, the killer walked in, or where the killer could barge in at any second. Jack jumped off the toilet. In the split second before the killer pushed open the door, he squeezed through the gap into the next stall. But in his hurry, he accidentally triggered the toilet's motion sensor. Panicking, he jumped back onto the toilet, hit the flush as the killer stood up.
Stay there.
And waited until he was sure the coast was clear before bolting out. But no sooner had he pushed open a door than he ran into Tom, another coworker who'd been working late. Jack told him about the killer and hurried to get him out, only to find the elevators had been shut down by the killer. They tried the fire escape instead, but that was locked tight too, thanks to the killer. Jack told Tom to find a way to grab a phone and call the cops while he went to warn their boss, who might still be around. But when he got to the office, there was no sign of the boss. Meanwhile, Tom had run back to his desk, quickly dialed 911, but then he heard the killer's voice behind him. The killer put a hand on Tom's shoulder, motioning for him to hang up, then pulled out a gun and pressed it to his head.
Is anybody else working late tonight?
No, it's just me.
At that, the killer slowly lowered the gun. Confused, Tom thought he was in the clear until the killer picked up a length of wire and walked straight toward him. When Jack rushed back, the place was pitch black, and there was no sign of Tom. Sensing danger, he dropped to the floor, crawled to his desk, and grabbed his phone to call for help. But after waiting forever, there was no answer. He pulled the phone away to check and realized it had died out of battery. Frustrated, he started charging it, but when he turned around, he saw his coworker's body. Before he could react, he heard a door creak open behind him. He dropped to the floor, crawled to a corner, and hid. As the killer's footsteps drew closer, he darted to the supply closet at the end of the hall, watching the killer's movements. Luckily, the killer was on the phone and didn't hear him. But as the killer started walking toward the closet, Jack trembled with, bracing himself to fight back the second the door